Have you ever stood at the bottom of a staircase and hesitated, feeling your legs just a little weaker than you remembered? Or maybe you have taken a few steps across the yard and found yourself slowing down, wondering when it all started feeling heavier. You were doing your best, eating healthy, trying to move, following all the good advice you grew up with. But what if I told you that something you trust completely, something you see as a friend to your health, could quietly be working against you today? We are going to have a real conversation about the hidden dangers sitting right inside your fruit bowl. This is not about giving up everything you love. It is about learning, choosing wisely, and giving your legs the strength to carry you wherever you want to go for years to come. Aging brings changes that none of us can ignore. The little stiffness in the morning, the longer time it takes to get moving, the quiet signs that our bodies need different things now than they did when we were younger. We have always believed fruits are the safest, most natural foods, and while many of them are still wonderful for your health, there are a few that can quietly weaken circulation, stir up joint pain, and sap the strength right out of your steps without you even noticing. It is not your fault. No one told us these changes would come. But once you know better, you can do better. And today, you will learn exactly what to avoid and what to embrace to walk into this next chapter stronger and more free than ever before. Most people think that as long as they are eating fruits and vegetables, they are doing everything right. But after 60, the game changes. Your body processes sugar differently. Inflammation becomes a bigger risk. Circulation needs extra care. This is not about fear. It is about wisdom. And the beautiful part is, a few small shifts can lead to powerful results. Together, we will uncover the 7 most surprising fruits that could be undermining your strength. And better yet, I will show you simple swaps that can rebuild and protect your vitality day by day. Pineapple, with its sunny yellow color and sweet tropical taste, feels like a little piece of vacation you can enjoy right at your kitchen table. For years, it has been praised for containing bromelain, an enzyme linked to reducing inflammation. But as we get older, the relationship between our bodies and certain foods starts to shift in ways no one really warned us about. And while bromelain has its benefits, the natural sugars and high acid content packed inside every juicy bite of pineapple can quietly work against your health, especially if you are over 60. Here is what happens. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile. According to research from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, spikes in blood sugar cause tiny, invisible damage to these delicate vessels. Pineapple, despite its healthy image, delivers a powerful punch of natural sugar straight into your bloodstream. This sudden surge stresses your vascular system, reducing the oxygen and nutrients that reach your leg muscles. Over time, that can mean tiredness, aches, and slower recovery after even simple activities like walking or climbing stairs. But it does not stop there. The acid in pineapple can also irritate inflamed joints. If you are someone already dealing with arthritis or subtle joint discomfort, the sharpness of pineapple's natural acids can fan those flames, making everyday movement feel a little harder than it should. Some seniors have shared that they feel a dull burning in their knees or hips the day after enjoying a big bowl of pineapple chunks. They thought they were doing something good for themselves, only to discover it might have been making things worse. This does not mean you have to say goodbye to pineapple forever. Life is not about rigid rules. It is about learning and adjusting with love for your body. You can still enjoy a few small slices once in a while, especially if you pair them with foods that help stabilize blood sugar, like a handful of almonds or a small piece of cheese. Balancing pineapple with healthy fats and proteins slows down the sugar absorption and helps protect your circulation. The key takeaway here is awareness. Being mindful of how certain foods impact your body allows you to keep the things you love without sacrificing your mobility or comfort. It is not about fear or deprivation. It is about protecting the strength that carries you through your days, through your memories, and through every beautiful moment still ahead. Choosing wisely today builds a stronger, more vibrant tomorrow. And that is a choice worth making. Bananas are one of those comfort foods that seem almost too simple to question. Soft, sweet, easy to grab on the go. They have been a part of healthy eating conversations for decades. When you think of potassium, you probably think of bananas. And yes, potassium is essential for heart health and muscle function. But here's the part we were never told for seniors. The story is a little more complicated. As we age, our body's ability to manage blood sugar changes. Bananas, especially ripe ones with those little brown spots, have a very high glycemic index. According to research from Harvard Health, foods with a high glycemic index cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by quick crashes. These roller coaster swings can quietly strain your blood vessels, increase inflammation, and drain energy from your muscles, particularly in your legs. Maybe you have noticed it. After a banana-heavy breakfast or smoothie, your legs feel oddly heavy. Your ankles swell a little more than usual. Your calves ache when you take that afternoon walk. It does not happen overnight, but slowly, quietly, the effects build up, like a trickle wearing down a stone over time. The natural sugars in bananas are not inherently bad, but for aging bodies, they hit differently. Your muscles depend on steady, stable energy to stay strong and responsive. When blood sugar spikes and crashes, it leaves your muscles starved, tired, and prone to soreness. You do not have to give up bananas entirely if you love them. Moderation and balance are your new best friends. Choosing less ripe bananas, the ones that are still a little green, can reduce the sugar load. Pairing a banana with a handful of walnuts or a spoonful of almond butter can slow down the absorption of sugars, giving your body time to process them more gently. It is also about listening to your body. Pay attention to how you feel after eating a banana. Notice if your energy dips, if your legs feel different, if subtle signs are trying to tell you something. Every body is unique, and what worked perfectly when you were 30 may need a little adjusting now. Health is not about cutting out joy. It is about making small, loving tweaks that honor where you are in your life right now. Bananas can still have a place at your table, just a wiser, more mindful one. Protecting your strength is not about fear. It is about wisdom, about giving your amazing body the fuel it needs to keep carrying you into all the wonderful moments still ahead. Grapes are one of those fruits that almost feel innocent. They are small, easy to pop into your mouth, sweet without feeling overwhelming. You see them at every picnic, every fruit salad, every family gathering. And because they are bite-sized and natural, it is easy to think they are doing nothing but good for your body. But sometimes, the smallest things can have the biggest hidden impacts. Inside every little grape is a concentrated amount of fructose, a natural sugar. Now, fructose itself is not evil, but as we age, our ability to process it efficiently starts to decline. According to research from Tufts University, high intake of fructose can lead to increased levels of uric acid in the blood, and when uric acid builds up, it does not just float harmlessly through your system. It settles in the joints, especially the small ones in your feet, ankles, and knees. Maybe you have felt it. That sudden, stabbing pain in your big toe when you are just trying to relax. The stiffness in your ankles when you get out of bed. That low, burning ache in your knees after a short walk. It is not just bad luck or random aging. Sometimes, it is the foods we trust the most quietly working against us. Grapes are also incredibly easy to overeat. You grab a handful here, another there, and before you know it, you have eaten 2 or 3 cups worth of sugar without even realizing it. That constant influx of fructose not only stresses your joints, but also keeps inflammation simmering quietly under the surface, making recovery slower and everyday movement harder. The good news is you do not have to give up grapes forever. If you love them, enjoy them in small, mindful portions. Think a small handful, not a full bowl. And better yet, pair them with something fibrous or protein-rich, like a few almonds, to help stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce the inflammatory impact. Pay attention to how your body responds. Notice if your joints feel a little more tender after grape-heavy days. Listen to those signals. They are your body's quiet way of asking for a little extra care. Choosing how and when to enjoy grapes is not about deprivation. It is about wisdom. It is about giving your amazing, hard-working legs and joints the best chance to stay strong, flexible, and pain-free for years to come. Every mindful choice you make builds a future with more movement, more freedom, and more joy. And that, truly, is a future worth protecting. Watermelon brings back memories of warm summer afternoons, picnics in the park, and the simple joy of biting into something sweet and refreshing. It feels harmless, even wholesome. After all, it is mostly water, right? But sometimes, the foods that feel the safest can have hidden effects we do not realize until much later. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes among fruits, which means it raises your blood sugar very quickly. According to Harvard Medical School, foods with a high glycemic index can cause sharp spikes and crashes in blood sugar, especially in seniors. Over time, these swings contribute to inflammation, poor circulation, and slower recovery in muscles and joints. You might have noticed it after a cookout or family gathering. You had a few big slices of watermelon, and later that evening, your feet felt swollen, your calves were tight, and your energy dipped lower than you expected. It sneaks up because watermelon tastes so light that it tricks you into thinking you can eat more than your body needs. The flood of natural sugar stresses the body in ways that are easy to overlook. Your blood vessels work harder to handle the sugar rush, leading to micro damages that weaken circulation to your legs and feet. When circulation weakens, oxygen and nutrients struggle to reach the muscles that keep you mobile, leading to that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs. Watermelon is not the enemy, but it is something that calls for mindfulness, especially if strong legs and steady energy are goals you hold dear. A better approach is to enjoy a small slice and balance it with something that slows digestion, like a handful of raw nuts or a slice of cheese. These companions help ease the sugar's impact, protecting your blood vessels and joints. Listening to your body is key. If you notice swelling, stiffness, or unusual fatigue after indulging in watermelon, it is not about guilt. It is your body tapping you on the shoulder, asking for a little more attention and a little more care. Small shifts like these add up over time. Choosing to eat watermelon mindfully, in smaller amounts, and paired with stabilizing foods can mean more energy for your grandkids, longer walks in the fresh air, and mornings where you wake up without that sluggish heaviness in your legs. Health is never about perfection. It is about kindness toward yourself, about learning new ways to support the body that carries you through every precious moment. And when you make these small, wise choices, your future opens up with more possibilities, more adventures, and a lot more joy. Oranges have always been a symbol of health, bright, juicy, and packed with vitamin C. They seem like the perfect way to start the day. Maybe you remember the old commercials showing smiling families drinking a tall glass of orange juice at breakfast, full of energy and hope. And while oranges do have real benefits, especially for boosting immunity, There is another side to the story that becomes more important as we age. Oranges are very high in citric acid, and as our bodies get older, we become more sensitive to acid buildup. According to studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, too much acid from foods like oranges can irritate the tissues around our joints, especially if there is already underlying inflammation. That can mean more morning stiffness, more aching hips after sitting, and more swelling in the knees after a simple walk around the block. If you have ever noticed that your knees feel a little tighter, or your hands swell slightly after enjoying a glass of orange juice or a big helping of citrus, it is not your imagination. Your body might be telling you it needs a gentler approach. Orange juice, in particular, can be even harsher than the whole fruit. Juicing removes the fiber that helps slow down sugar absorption, meaning the natural sugars and acids hit your bloodstream much faster and harder. That sudden influx can cause blood sugar spikes, which, according to Harvard Health Publishing, contribute not just to inflammation, but also to longer recovery times after simple activities like walking or gardening. This does not mean you have to banish oranges from your life. A few slices of fresh orange here and there can still fit into a thoughtful, senior-friendly diet. It is all about portion and pairing. Having a few orange slices alongside a handful of walnuts or a slice of avocado toast can help buffer the acid and sugar, protecting your joints and circulation. It is also about paying closer attention. Notice how your body feels after eating citrus. Are you a little more swollen? A little more tired? Those gentle signals are your body's way of guiding you toward better choices. Health is a journey, and sometimes it means updating habits that have been with us for decades. It is not about fear or giving up the things you love. It is about learning, adjusting, and choosing what supports the vibrant, active life you deserve. Every mindful choice you make today becomes a stronger step tomorrow, and your legs, your heart, and your spirit are all worth that extra bit of care. Green apples have this crisp, clean image. Just the sight of one can make you think of fresh starts and healthy living. They are less sugary than red apples, a little more tart, and often seen as the smarter choice. But as we move into the later chapters of life, even something as innocent-looking as a green apple deserves a closer look. The tartness you taste in a green apple comes from malic acid. Now, a little malic acid is not a bad thing. In fact, it can help with energy production. But as we age, our digestive linings and joint tissues can become more sensitive. According to research from the University of Michigan, high levels of malic acid may irritate already inflamed joints and exacerbate stiffness and discomfort, especially for those dealing with arthritis or other age-related joint issues. You might have felt it without connecting the dots. A mild burning sensation in your knees after snacking on a few slices. A strange tightness in your hips or calves the morning after you added a green apple to your dinner. It is easy to overlook these small signs because we have been taught to think of apples as a universal good. Green apples also contain natural sugars that, while less intense than other fruits, still contribute to blood sugar fluctuations. Aging bodies process sugar more slowly, and those fluctuations can lead to energy crashes, increased inflammation, and that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs. It is not about removing green apples completely. If you enjoy them, you can still find ways to include them wisely. Eating them with a source of healthy fat, like a few almonds or a slice of cheese, can help buffer the effects of both the acid and the sugar. Choosing sweeter varieties like a ripe Gala or Fuji apple might also be a gentler option for your joints and digestion. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you notice soreness, swelling, or unusual fatigue after adding green apples to your meals, consider making a small adjustment. Your body speaks in quiet ways, and tuning into those messages can help you make smarter, more loving choices. Health at this stage of life is not about cutting everything out or living by a list of strict rules. It is about wisdom, about understanding how foods interact with your changing body and making choices that build you up instead of wearing you down. Choosing what nourishes you is a form of self-respect. Every time you make a mindful choice, you are investing in stronger mornings, easier movement, and a brighter, more vibrant future. That is a future worth savoring, one crisp, delicious bite at a time. Mangoes feel like pure sunshine, with their golden flesh and sweet, tropical flavor. It is no wonder they are often called the king of fruits. A juicy mango can instantly lift your mood, bringing back memories of warm days and simple pleasures. But as we age, even nature's sweetest gifts deserve a second look, especially when it comes to how they impact our energy, our joints, and our overall strength. Mangoes are packed with natural sugars. A single large mango can contain over 45 grams of sugar, more than some cans of soda. According to research from Harvard's glycemic research program, large sugar loads, even from natural sources, can cause rapid blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. For a body over 60, these swings are not just tiring, they are inflammatory. Inflammation quietly erodes the strength of your joints, your circulation, and your ability to move comfortably through your day. Maybe you have felt it. After a few slices of mango on a hot afternoon, you notice your ankles swelling just a bit, or a heavy, dragging sensation in your calves that was not there before. It is subtle at first, but over time, it builds. The problem is not the mango itself. Mangoes are full of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. The real issue is portion and frequency. It is easy to overindulge because mangoes taste so light and refreshing that you do not feel weighed down right away. But your bloodstream feels it, and so do your joints. This does not mean you have to say goodbye to mangoes forever. If you love them, you can still enjoy them wisely. Have a few slices paired with a source of healthy fat, like a small handful of cashews or a slice of avocado. The fats help slow down sugar absorption, easing the load on your bloodstream and your joints. Another gentle tip is to treat mangoes like a special occasion fruit rather than an everyday habit. Savor them mindfully, not mindlessly. Notice how your body feels afterward. Are your legs lighter? Or a bit more tired? Are your ankles feeling normal? Or a little puffy? These signals are your body's quiet wisdom speaking to you. Healthy living is not about perfection. It is about staying awake to the signals your body sends, about making small, loving adjustments that protect your energy and your freedom. Mangoes can still be part of your beautiful, vibrant life. It is all about choosing when, how much, and how you balance them with other nourishing foods. When you listen closely to your body and honor what it needs now, you are building a future filled with stronger steps, brighter mornings, and more of the moments you love most. Now that we have talked about the fruits that might be quietly stealing your strength, it is time to focus on the ones that can actually build you up. Because the beautiful truth is, nature has given us fruits that are perfect allies for strong legs, steady joints, and vibrant energy, especially as we age. Berries are one of the best gifts you can give your body. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants that help calm inflammation and protect blood vessels. They have a gentle impact on blood sugar, which means they nourish without the roller coaster highs and lows. Adding a handful of berries to your breakfast or afternoon snack can quietly build resilience into your body, one small choice at a time. Cherries are another healing treasure. Research shows that cherries help lower uric acid levels, reducing the risk of joint pain and flare-ups like gout. Just a small bowl of cherries a few times a week can offer real relief for aching joints and tired legs. Avocados might surprise you on this list, but yes, they are technically a fruit. They bring a healthy dose of anti-inflammatory fats that cushion your joints from the inside out. Adding avocado to your salad or spreading some on whole grain toast is a small act of kindness toward your body. Papayas are a gentle option for digestion and inflammation. Their natural enzymes make them easy on your gut and soothing for aging joints. And pears, often overlooked, offer a quiet sweetness without spiking blood sugar, providing steady energy throughout the day. Choosing fruits that work with your body rather than against it is a powerful step. It is a message of care, of wisdom, and of hope. Every healing fruit you add is like planting a seed for a stronger, freer, more joyful future. Every strong step you take is a gift. Every morning you wake up and move through your day without pain is a victory worth celebrating. What you choose to put on your plate today is not just about eating. It is about building the foundation for the life you want to live tomorrow. You have the power to protect your strength, to nourish your freedom, and to honor the incredible journey your body has carried you through so far. Choosing wisely is not about sacrifice. It is about love, about giving yourself the best chance to stay active, independent, and full of life for years to come. The truth is, you are not powerless against aging. You are not stuck with discomfort and stiffness as an inevitable fate. By learning which foods lift you up and which quietly pull you down, you are reclaiming control over your future. It is a future where you can chase your grandkids around the yard, where you can wake up excited for long walks, where you can keep reaching for dreams, big and small. Small choices, made consistently, shape the biggest outcomes. If today opened your eyes, even just a little, I want you to hold on to that spark. Do not let it fade. Let it fuel small actions, like swapping a heavy fruit for a healing one, or paying closer attention to how your body feels after every meal. These are not just health choices. They are acts of hope, acts of self-respect, acts of love for the life you still have ahead. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to be part of a growing community that believes aging can be full of strength, vitality, and joy. Hit the like button to let me know you are with me. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me which fruit surprised you the most, or what small change you are inspired to make starting today. And if you are ready to keep learning simple ways to protect and uplift your health, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. There is so much more ahead for you, and I would be honored to walk this path together. Here is to strong legs, bright mornings, and a future full of beautiful moments waiting to be lived.